Hi everyone, it's Olivia from Girlybunches and I'm going to show you how to do a double treble and a triple treble in this video. So I've shown you all the other stitches up to a treble, so there are links in the video links down below. So that's a double crochet, a half treble, a treble. So now I'm going to show you how to do a double treble, and it's a slightly longer stitch, and the triple treble again is another slightly longer stitch. So if I just show you, this is 3 rows of a treble, okay, and this is 3 rows of a double treble. So you can see that there's height difference there. If I lay that on top of there, you can see that that is, you know, that's 3 trebles and that's 3 rows of double trebles. And here I have 3 rows of triple trebles. So again, you can see the height difference if I line those up. So yeah, not, you know, this is definitely not as tight crocheted together as the treble, because it's getting quite long and wondrous as you can see, but you know, it's good to know the different lengths of stitch. So I'm going to show you how to do this one and this one. So I've just done a few chains, and you need to add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because those 4 chains will become the height of a double treble, because a treble you can replace by 3 chains. I hope that makes sense. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would work your double treble into the 5th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to do a treble, you wrap the yarn round and go down. To do a double treble, you wrap the yarn round twice, like that. So you've got 3 loops on your hook. So you go down into the 5th chain from the hook, just like you would with a treble, and you pull the yarn through. So now we've got 4 loops on, and then you pull the yarn through the first 2, and then you pull more yarn through the next 2, and then you pull yarn through the last 2. So that 4 chain there replaces the double treble, and there's your double treble into that chain, that 5th chain from the hook. So I'm going to do that again into the next. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a double treble into the 5th chain from the hook. So with a treble you would wrap the yarn round once, but with a double treble we're going to wrap it round twice. And then you take your hook and you put it through the 5th chain from the hook, and like you would with a treble, you pull the yarn through. So now we've got 4 loops on the hook. So we're going to pull the yarn through the first 2, then we're going to pull the yarn through the second 2, and then we're going to pull the yarn through the last 2, like that. So there's your 4 trebles replacing the first double treble, and there is your first double treble. Now we're going to do it the same again into the next chain along. So wrap the yarn round twice, same as you would before, down through the chain, pull the yarn through, and we've got 4 loops on the hook. Pull the yarn through the first 2, pull the yarn through the next 2, and then pull the yarn through the last 2. And there we go. 4 chains to replace the first double treble, a double treble and a double treble. So again, wrap the yarn around twice, put the hook down into the chain and pull it up through, yarn through the first 2, yarn through the next 2, and then the yarn through the last 2. again, wrap round twice, down through the chain, pull the yarn through, then pull the yarn through the first two, the next two, and the last two. So I'm going to go along to the end. Now we're going to go down into the last one there. Same again, and then finish that row. So you can see it's a bit more floppy than a row of trebles or half trebles, but that's your first row. So now we need to go up, turn our work over and work back the other way. So we need to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and that replaces our first double treble. We turn the work over. Now we're going to work back the same direction. So again, wrap the yarn round twice, and then we're going to go down into the top of that treble there, double treble, sorry, and we pull the yarn through, first 2 loops, second 2 loops, and the last 2 loops, like that. And we just work our way back through, so into the top of the next double treble, and like so. So I'm just going to go to the end. Alright, now we're going to come back to that very last one on the row. So instead of going into the top of the double treble, we're going to go into the top of the 4th chain that we did on the first row to replace our double treble, like that, and then just finish off our last double treble. So that's 2 rows of double treble. Okay, sorry about that, my camera cut out. So here is our 2 rows of double trebles, and now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to doing the triple trebles. So as we did 4 chains to replace our first double treble, and here we need to do 5 chains to replace the first triple treble, which is much easier to do than it is to say. Okay, right, so we'll do the 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what we need to do is we need to work into the 6th chain from the hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the double treble, we wrap the yarn round twice, and with the triple treble, yep, you've guessed it, we're going to wrap it round 3 times. So we're going to work down into that 6th chain from the hook, just like we did before, pull the yarn through. Now this time we've got 5 loops on the hook. Before, with the double treble, we only had 4. So just like we do with the trebles, the double trebles, and all the other stitches, we pull the yarn through the first 2, pull the yarn through the next 2, pull the yarn through the second to last 2, and then the last 2, like that. So there's our 5 chains, and there's our first triple treble. Again, much easier to do than say. So there's our next chain along, and we're going to do exactly the same. So wrap the yarn around 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Put the hook down through the chain, pull yarn through, and now we've got 5 loops on the hook, and we work through the first 2, pull yarn through the next 2, pull yarn through the next 2, and then pull yarn through the last 2, like that. And there we go, there's the starting of our row of triple trebles. Hope you can see that. Okay, so I'm just going to go along to the end of the row with our triple trebles. Right, now we're going to do, well, we've got one more to do in that row. Okay, there's our row of triple trebles, and again we need to do 5 chains to take us up to work back across this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn it over, and we're going to work our first triple treble into that top of that triple treble from the row below. 1, 2, 3, put the hook through and work our stitch through there. Like that. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to go along to the end of the row. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to work the last triple treble into the top of the 5th chain from the first round. And there we go, there are 2 rows of the triple treble. As you can see, it's definitely more floppy and gappy than the other stitches. So if I just show you, this is 3 rows of a double crochet, this is 3 rows of a half treble, you can see it's getting taller, and then we've got 3 rows of a treble, and don't forget I use British terminology. And here we go, 3 rows of a double treble, and here we are, 3 rows of the triple treble. And as you can see, that won't even fit in because it's so much taller, but it's much taller than the rest. So yeah, if you wanted to do a quadruple treble, then you would do another loop, so you'd have 4 loops on the hook and pull those through, and you would be using 6 chains to replace your first quadruple treble. It gets more and more difficult to say as you go along. And here's another little example of how the height difference is. This is 4 double crochet, 4 half trebles, 4 trebles, 4 double trebles and 4 triple trebles. That's the end of my double treble and triple treble video, and I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button, and I've got plenty more videos coming. And thank you very much for watching, and you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search Girlybunches and I'm sure I'll pop up on your search engine. Okay, well thanks again for watching, and I'll come back soon. Bye!